If you can hear the football, my boyfriend's watching it, so go Reds! Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film for you a short but sweet December favourites. A few people leave out December favourites because of 2014 favourites, which I will also be doing. But I thought I'd film it because I did still keep a list of what I've been enjoying this month. It's not loads of stuff, and I love me a favourites video, so why not have two in quick succession. First of all though, I'm going to show you what I picked up in the Boxing Day sales. In my last video I said I didn't pick anything up, and then yesterday I was in town and I picked up something which I always sort of get around this time of year, which is a perfume gift set from Boots. They tend to all go half price sort of on Boxing Day, so I always think sort of if you have a scent that you've wanted to try, or even your favourite scent, it's great to pick up a half price box set because, listen to me as if it's a DVD. I think it's a good idea to pick up a gift set because they're usually the same price or near enough the same price to the fragrance. So you're basically getting a half price fragrance and a few freebies. Anyway, this is one that I went for this year, which was the Dare to Be Opium gift set, which looks a little bit like this, which comes with 30ml perfume, a full size nail varnish in red, and a mini lipstick of their #1, which is also like a classic red, which looks like that. And I just thought that was a really awesome set. Opium for me isn't a perfume which is love at first spritz. It's one of those which I spray and then walk into, and I like the smell of it when it's sort of boiled down? Is that that's the wrong phrase, I know it is, but sort of when it's been sat on the skin for a little bit, I think that's when I like the smell of this one. And I just thought the freebies with it were actually really cool. Yeah, anyway, so I thought I'd pop that in right at the beginning. To move on with my December favourites, I'm first of all going to start off with makeup. I'm going to start off with a single eyeshadow, which is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Amber Rush, which is number 892. December is a month where you're kind of doing a lot and probably don't have a lot of time to touch up your makeup, and I feel this is definitely perfect for those situations. It's definitely a desk to disco saviour, I think, because it's like one of those one wash wonders where you just dip your finger into it, smudge it all over your eyelid, and you can blend it out really easily just with your finger and you're good to go. So you've literally gone from like a bare eyelid to a glam eyelid in like 5 seconds. This is something I've been enjoying when I've had to amp my look up in basically no time at all, and I think it performs really well. And it's L'Oreal, so it's drugstore, so it's not even something all that expensive. So yes, that's definitely been a favourite of mine. My next two favourites cropped up in my Christmas gift guide. The first one being this one here, which is the Perfect 10 by Soap & Glory, and it's what I compared to the Lorac Pro. This is what I've also used on my eyes today, and honestly I just cannot fault this palette, and it's now probably half price. It'd be worthwhile checking out your Boots stores to see if you can grab this one because it is limited edition. But honestly I just think it's a fantastic palette. I'm upset that this isn't available all year round because I think it's fantastic. It's honestly fantastic. Yeah, and I feel like I've sung its praises enough already. They're great shadows and it's a great selection of colours, and I really can't fault it. If you can get your hands on this, I definitely would recommend it, but you'll have to be sooner rather than later. But anyway, yes, I've been very much enjoying this. And my last makeup favourite is the Nars Virtual Domination palette, and again this was a Christmas special, so get it whilst you can. And it looks like this. You've probably seen it all over the blogosphere, but the reason that I wanted to include this is this blush here, which is Final Cut, is probably, since I got Stereo Rose by MAC, this is the blush that I have been using, not in place of it because, I mean, I've got Stereo Rose on today, but sort of no other blushes really compared. I thought it was a big testament that I'd been switching up my blush colour, and it's because of this palette. And I just think it's a really great palette, and you get tons of product, and the packaging's sturdy and cute as pie. And P.S. this isn't a spoiler alert because it's been on the internet and that's where I found it. Nars are releasing another Narcissist palette on the 1st of January. I know this is definitely the United States release date, but I imagine it'll be the UK one as well, and that's online. They're releasing another Narcissist eye palette, and it's for their duo eyeshadows, the ones that came out this year. I'll probably put a picture of that eyeshadow palette right there, and yeah, so Jan 1st, that's coming out, so I know that I'm going to be having a quiet New Year's Eve because I need that palette in my life. I'll also link the Temptalia article down below about it, so there's that for you there. I'm going to move on to skincare. First of all, I want to talk about Purple Balm. This is just the brand I have, which is Papaya Gold, but I know there's several brands that you can get. It's like similar to 8 Hour Cream, but it's like a more natural version, and I've been loving this month because right at the beginning of the month I had an absolute stinking cold. It was disgusting. I woke up with like those snot rings around my nose, which I probably haven't done in 10 years. And yeah, it was really disgusting, and my nose was getting really, really sore, and my lips were like torn up. And I turned to this, and I would sleep with loads of it like over my nose and over my mouth, and I found it really, particularly around my nose, helped with the soreness, and it didn't break me out at all or anything. And I just think it's a really good all-purpose balm. I have said before on my channel that a lot of multi-purpose stuff I'm just not fussed about because I feel multi-purpose means no purpose. But this, however, is just good at moisturising whatever needs moisturising, whether that's your hands, whether that's your elbows, whether that's your face. And as I said, it didn't break me out, and I've got oily combo skin and fairly blemish prone skin, so if it was going to break me out, it would have done it. I recommend this just to have in your stash, and it's quite cheap too. It's really not that expensive, so definitely recommending this one. Speaking of moisturising products, I wanted to talk about the L'Occitane Ultra Fluid Matte, which is sort of like a moisturiser for, again, my type of skin, oily combo skin, and I've been really enjoying it. This is very much on the pricey side, so I thought I would also mention the Garnier Moisture Match, and this is in, again, the oily combo skin formula, which is obviously in the green bottle. And I found these are kind of similar, and obviously one's £30 and one's £5. So depending on your budget, I think both of these are really cool. I must admit, before December, I've been kind of omitting using moisturiser on my skin, although I know I should. But I can get away with it because of my skin type. But I just think in the winter months you just need that extra barrier. I've been switching it up between the two, and yeah, I've been really enjoying them, and I'd highly recommend either of them, obviously depending on what your budget is. My last skincare item is an exfoliator. This is the Indeed exfoliator. I believe this has cropped up in a favourites of mine before. It's basically one of those powder exfoliators which turns into a paste when you mix it with water, and I think this really, really does the job. Again, when my skin was all over the place when I had a cold, I used this, and it's gentle enough to use daily, so I did use it for several days in a row actually, just to sort of keep my skin tied over and looking nice, and I just think it really does the job. I mean, it's not the cheapest, although you can get it in Boots, but it's certainly cheaper than the Dermalogica version, which I think is like £40, which is quite frankly ridiculous. So yes, I've been very much enjoying this, and I would highly, highly recommend it. And then on to my final favourite, which is a hair favourite, which is the Bleach Resurrection Mask. I think I hauled this a couple videos ago, and I also bought the hair dye, which I've yet to use yet, and this was the mask that comes in with the hair dye. And I always find the masks that come inside hair dye, sort of like the deep conditioners, are always actually fairly good from what I've experienced. So I thought I'd pick up the big bottle in a 3 for 2, and I'm very happy that I did. The first time I used this, I then went to work the next day, as you do, and one of my work colleagues, Hannah, hi Hannah, said to me, like, she was just like, Alice, I had, you know, my hair up in a ponytail, I was minding my own business. And she was like, Alice, your hair's like super shiny. It's reflecting the light, Alice. Which just made me giggle, and I thought, you know what? My hair is looking good, feeling good, and so it landed itself a place in my favourites. I will be dyeing my hair with the dye that I featured, and I will be featuring that in a blog post, whether I liked it or not, so stay tuned for that if you're wondering about that. I just haven't got round to it yet. But this, however, I do very much like, and I think it's about £6, and you get 200 millilitres of the stuff, so I think that's not bad going at all. And as I said, I got it in a 3 for 2, so I imagine you could too, so you may even get it for free. Particularly if you're rocking that ombre look like I do, I can't fault it for a drugstore mask, I really can't. That was my final beauty favourite, but I do kind of have a sort of non-beauty beauty crossover favourite, which is this here, which is the Clean Sweep by Wet Brush. It's basically a cleaner for your brushes, which is genius. If you're an owner of a Tangle Teezer or a wet brush, you will be fully aware that they get all the gunk out your hair, and you can see it all on your hairbrush, which is disgusting. So they came out with this little cleaner to clean the brushes with, which I thought was genius, and I thought I would share it with you. I got this free through Cult Beauty. You had to spend, I think, like £20 on wet brushes, which I did, and then you got this for free. You don't get to pick the colour, but I lived with purple. This is a little stroke of genius. Well done, Wet Brush. The past couple of months I've kind of been struggling with my music favourites, however I have 3 music favourites to share with you today. This month I have been on a musical magical journey. First of all, my first favourite is a Miley Cyrus cover. Back, I think last year, she covered Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey in the Live Lounge, and and I came back across it this month, and do you know what? I've been really enjoying it. I'm gonna link all my music favourites down below. I've been enjoying acoustic Miley Cyrus, and I heard that she's supposed to be releasing an acoustic album at some point in 2015. I don't know how true that is, but my fingers are crossed because I really enjoy her acoustic music. Second of all, I went to see Taking Back Sunday this month, and they were awesome, and they have definitely reignited my love for them. I was supposed to see them in like 2010, but they changed their tour dates, but that's besides the point. Anyway, they're fantastic live, and I am a little emo still. And they're what I've been listening to and from work on shuffle, so I would definitely recommend them. If you haven't listened to Taking Back Sunday in a while, I would revisit them, and you will remember how much you loved them when you were 14, because I know that's what's happened with me. And my final music favourite is a band called Wolf Alice, and it's specifically a song called Moaning Lisa Smile. I was listening to Blondie on YouTube, you know, as you do, and a little Vivo thing came up before it, and there was a band called Wolf Alice, and my name's Alice, so of course I was immediately attracted to them, and they sound pretty good, and I listened to the songs, and you know what, I quite like them, and they're touring in April, so I'm probably gonna go see them. But yeah, this song, Moaning Lisa Smile, is my favourite by them. It's sort of that heavy music with a female singer vibe, and I'm all about it, so I'm gonna link that down below if you want to listen to it. And I think that's all my favourites, you know. Quickly, before I go, I have quite a few 2014 favourites, so I don't know if you want it all in one big video, it'll be quite a big one, or makeup and then like hair and body and all that stuff set in 2 separate videos. Probably when filming I'll see sort of how long it's gonna be, and so I might actually split it up into 2, but if you have a preference, feel free to leave it down below. I'm actually really excited to film it. So anyway, I shall see you very soon. Bye guys! Bye guys! Hi guys, Merry Christmas and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I got for Christmas.